this thing on? Can you hear me? Is anybody out there? Hey, tune in. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank, huh? It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the co-host Big Hank. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. Everybody tune in, you dig it? It's funny as hell, my dude. It's where we can kick it. Everything is going down. They about to do the most. It ain't a confrontation, it's a conversation, homie. Yo, on the weekends.
What it do? What it do? What it do? Yours truly is back up in the his house. And I thank y'all for having patience with my co-star, Miss Christina Carter. She's in the background right now. I'm gonna bring her in right now. What's up, Miss Uniqueness?
What's good? What's good?
Oh, you got it. Thank you, Blue Fingers. I saw what you chatted on. What it do, Christina? What it do?
I'm in here. I'm in here.
Hey, check this out. You know, only way you can learn on certain things, you know, we have to trial and error, you know, and we want our viewers to know is that I have trust in Christina and Big Hank, and sometimes I got to be out of town. Right now, I'm in Statesville, North Carolina. Got some grinding going on, you know, and I had to, that's why I'm in the car. I said, you know, I'm not going to, I said I'm going to start making sure that I'm there no matter where. I couldn't do it Tuesday because I was so.
Y'all, he's in the car, so y'all bear with him. He just hopped in.
Up a little bit, cutting off a little bit here. I'm going to be going out because I'm in a bad area. I'm close to these mountains and everything, right? And it's funny because, wait a minute, how you doing, Miss Uniqueness? How you feeling about it?
I'm a little bit under the weather, but I mean, I got on, like the screen was gone, and then I figured out what it was while my picture wasn't showing up. So it don't take much. I'm a quick learner, but I know you got to start somewhere. If you'll never be out there, you'll never learn.
That's right, and we're gonna bring up those. We're gonna repeat those subjects and stuff. We had some very good subjects, and there's some more subjects that Miss Christina is doing, and we call her Miss Uniqueness. So sometimes I'm gonna say Christina, sometimes I'm gonna say Miss Carter, sometimes I say Miss Uniqueness. Y'all just know that Christina Carter, aka Miss Uniqueness. Big Hank will be coming here in a little bit. I want to give a shout out to the whole Woe Entertainment, the creator Richard King, aka Redneck Pimp, Goose, the co-creator, our social producer Blue Phoenix, Athens now, and they all were supporting her. You know, I know that some people, you know, you're going live and you're like, all these people's watching this, but you know what? The Woe Entertainment has patience. If you want to give it a work with us and give it a try, we ain't, you know, nobody expect nobody to be perfect.
Right.
You know, the message is gonna go on regardless. And so even today I gotta bail out a little earlier, but I thought I was gonna make sure that how they do it, everything is set up. Is that way she could just run with it. Or is that you feel good with that, Miss Uniqueness?
I'm good. I was good with the part because y'all ain't gonna see me sweat. I'll be over here about to panic, but y'all probably want to see that.
That's right, and that's cool because when I said she was wondering how she gonna do it, she was coming to it. I said, "Well, I'll be in today." She's like, "Oh, awesome, thank you."
Right.
But she had a subject that she was gonna discuss on, but I ended up putting another subject.
It ties in together anyway. It ties in with that.
We'll do that for Tuesday if you want. Then, and I brought up a subject, y'all, everybody, because I wanted to address. I think this. I actually said the subject is called "Have you ever been encountered with prejudice or racism. Now, I want this to be understood. Just because you are a minority doesn't mean that you don't act in prejudice or racism. And we're not, minorities aren't just the victims of prejudice and racism.
True.
Whites is infected by prejudice and racism. Whites, blacks, Latinos, Asians. Now, I tell people, I can't stand when our society manipulate the word constantly. Of you're a racist, you're a racist. You got to understand the definition, and that's the thing what I talk about when people call themselves group herding. You hear something and somebody else say it, and next thing you know, you're running with it. You ever notice that, Miss Christina?
All the
Like,
time.
you ever been to church, and this used to get me, I used to go to church, and people who was new to church, so they started listening to somebody else give a testimony. Next thing you know, they picking up the same pattern. I first want to give honor to Jesus, to Pastor Big Toe, First Lady Little Toe, and all they start having the same, moratorium without think outside for yourself. So you hear the whole society like, oh, they're racist. Oh, he's racist. Oh, they racist. They ready to point a finger without knowing the definition. And this is when I start wondering and I start questioning the intellect of people. Because you're saying, hey, what's up? Carl Loomis said, what's up, Carl? When people do this and say, oh, they quick to say you racist when not knowing the definition. Now, we can all be prejudiced.
True.
Racist comes from the word racism, which meaning where one race or culture or person can put another races of people by creating laws, creating boundaries and everything, and inflicting these laws that if you don't follow them, they can throw you in imprisonment or death. Now, when you have that type of control, that's racist. That's where racism comes from. The word racist comes from the word racism. Now, all white people cannot be a racist because they don't have no jail to put me in or prosecute me. Because let me share this. On a Sunday morning, I was on my way to church back in the day. I never get this. A black lady cop stopped me because she said my tags was expired. They was expired by 3 weeks. So she stops me on my way to church. Black woman. She see that I got a ticket warrant for $50. The lady wants to take me to jail. Wait, I see Big Hank in there. I'm sorry, Big Hank. Big Hank's in there. What's up, big bro?
What's going on, y'all? What's happening?
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing all right, man. You doing okay?
Oh yeah, man. I'm out here in Statesville, North Carolina. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
And how you been doing, bro? Before I go any farther, man.
I'm doing good, man. I'm just making sure you okay, man. We missed you a couple days ago. I want to say shout out to Christina Carter, man. She held it down. She a boss. That's my motherfucker. I don't give up what nobody say. I'm fucking with Christina, man.
Oh man. Hey, look here. Everybody is feeling that same way, man. She's been getting calls. Women's trying to call like they want her to be a spokeswoman and this and that. Why she ain't seen nothing yet?
All the shit I already know. Hey, get her under contract. Don't let her go, cuz. Don't let her go. Get her under contract.
Oh no, yeah, we got that spiritual bond. I go knocking at that door.
All right.
Christine, now you know I'm gonna do it like Dr. Dre, who started this gangster shit. This is what gangster shit.
That's right.
Hey, but I brought the subject up, and I was defining to them about race, the word racist, and the thing,
and racism.
The day's subject, the day's subject is: have you ever encountered prejudice, or racism. Now,
Come on, man.
I tell people all blacks or Latinos aren't the only ones who experience racism and prejudice.
Right.
We all have, all whites, blacks, Latinos, and Asians has all encountered a form of prejudice and racism. Because racism means when one race can control another race with laws that gives you jail or death.
Yeah.
Whites is racist sometimes to their own. Redneck Pimp said that in their neighborhoods, the uppity whites don't like the rednecks, so they constantly throwing them in jail.
Yeah.
So
It's
that
a
means they
everywhere.
experience racism. But we don't want to see it like that sometimes. Sometimes we want to see it like, I'm Kunta Kinte. We know that history, but that's not what the get downs is.
Well, that's who we learned it from. Shit, we didn't learn it from ourselves. We learned it from them, the racist shit. You know what I mean? So, and I'm not saying they're the only ones, but that's where we got it from, man.
Of course, because this society is based upon with whites. Well, we
Right.
can say where the origin of racism comes in, right?
Right.
With America. But when this 21st century, or even when because in our generation, yeah, I've been arrested, but I ain't been on slaves.
Right.
And if you
Yeah.
ask me to do, because I had a friend of mine laughing. We was laughing one day. My friend was laughing because he had me laughing because this guy wanted to hire him to help clean up a couple of acres of yard that he had. And the
Yeah.
guy said, he said, what you want me to do? He said, I just need you to pick up all the trash and everything. He said, hey man, I don't pick nothing.
Yeah, you're gonna have to readdress that, man. I don't do no picking
Yeah.
on. I don't pick nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Now,
I got that. I'm with that. I'm finna steal that. I'm taking that with me.
exactly. Because we cannot say, okay, like I hear a lot of people say, or like the slaves or forefathers, our forefathers, but guess what? Our forefathers worked together. Our
Yeah.
our ancestors worked together. Nowadays, I can barely trust 3 or 4 blacks in the same room. Instead, you know what I'm saying? If they're thinking somebody's trying to connive.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we done ran for our freedom already, so it ain't no use working together. No.
That's
If
true.
that's making sense.
It makes sense.
Now, we
Yeah.
don't ask for others. Do whites go through prejudice, racism? Yeah. Look, I've been in the neighborhood and a white guy's coming through. He minding his own business. Guess what? Here's a black dude cackling at him like what we seen on TV with a black person going down through the South. Hey boy, what you doing here? First thing they saying, hey, what you doing here, white dude? You feel me?
Yeah. 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 Our
Hey,
turn. Yeah.
you feel where
Yeah.
I'm coming from,
I'm
right?
just saying it's just our turn now. It's our turn. Yeah, we got action now. Yeah, what you doing over here, homie? Yeah, you better check out where you from. Matter of fact, empty your pockets, and get your motherfucking ass up out of here. Yeah, it's
And
our
see the
turn.
thing, yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. When we say it's our turn, it's not
Yep.
to an individual like that.
No, that ain't. I'm just saying he got caught up he just got caught up sometime like we did.
There it is.
Look, man, I'm in the 8th grade. I'm in the 8th grade at Hughes Junior High School. The last day of school. Now, Hughes Junior High School is in the white area. It's in Bixby Knolls, Long Beach. It ain't
Yeah.
on the east side or the west side, Bixby Knolls, Long Beach. So now, on the last day of school, we see all these white boys pulling up with the Chargers and the Dusters. They got the big wheels in the back, the little wheels in the front. They got the chains hanging all out the corridor. They tell us, get up out of here, niggers. Get up out of here, niggers. You understand what I'm saying? And so we had to fight our way home on the last day of school. So now the next year, when we in the 9th grade, we know these motherfuckers is coming again. So we was ready that year. We was ready. We beat the shit out them white boys over there. But I'm just saying, but this just how it happened. You dig what I'm saying?
Yes.
Get up out of here, niggers. You know what I'm saying? So I've been through it. Yeah, I've been through it. That's just the beginning. That was one of the first.
And Big Hank, what's a surprise is that some people, some rich white folks, don't want to believe that would happen in this modern day.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I
And
know.
it has.
I promise you that, man.
Look here, this is a true story. True
Yeah.
story. And not saying no. Me and my partner Trotter, my childhood friend. Remember when the cell phones first came out? They looked like a big old
Yeah, big
box thing.
box. A box.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a box.
That's them
And you
Nokia
had to
phones,
screw
the Unicell phones.
hey, the phone was this long, and you had to screw an antenna on that really made it long.
Yeah.
Right?
And you had
Okay.
to pull the antenna out that motherfucker too.
Exactly. I will never forget this as long as I live. We was Babyface had that song Whip-a-Pill. You got
Yeah.
a Whip-a-Pill.
Yeah.
So I'm in the passenger side tripping on him because he's calling his cousins to let them know that we're on our way. And I so amazed.
Damn.
Freak out.
You froze on me, cuz. You froze on me.
He in McDonald's parking lot, so he can't. It's like cutting in and down.
Yeah. Damn.
The only thing I can say is racism and prejudice is not. It's taught because you don't.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we ain't born with it.
Because it's
That's
like
taught.
a black kid and a white kid. They was like, I saw a little thing where they was best friends, little babies, and they had moved away. And when they
I
saw
was like, I can hear y'all, but I know
when
I
they
was froze, but I
yeah,
can hear y'all. But
when they saw them again, they when they reunited with each other, they was so happy to see each other, to hug each other. This black and white
Yeah. Little kids.
the little kids, everybody loves that.
It was taught. If they came in the world, they came in the world innocent. They don't know black from white, and it's who they around.
Yeah, but I was gonna tell y'all if I finish real quick. I'm sitting up there listening to Babyface Whip-a-Pill with my partner. We looking at the phone. All of a sudden, a can of beer hits the car. Now I'm 19 years old, and my partner Trotter's 18.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I was like 19. So the can of beer hits the window, the passenger window where I'm at. So I'm like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
It was a car. It was 4 white people in a car. And it was the white lady in the passenger side. She was yelling, "You effing niggers, this and that," right?
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at her like, what the world's wrong with this woman?
Yeah.
So my partner calls his cousins again. That's where we was heading, and telling them, and while they're calling themselves chasing us, they're throwing beer, hitting in the back of his car.
Yeah.
So we turn in the street, and what my cousins, his cousins, they live. You ever seen where you can they live down this little cul-de-sac alley thing where you can shut the fence? Yeah. We go in, we turned in there, they chasing us.
Yeah.
When we go in, and them dudes shut that gate and brought a car in the back, and they was there.
Yeah.
Man, all them blacks came out. The first thing, that same white lady who was screaming, "You F nigga," was all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, please, please."
Yeah.
The sisters dealt with her, None of the white guys was like, "Hey man, that was her." It was like, "Hey, nobody, we didn't even put no hands on them." They was putting it on her. They were like, "Hey guys," for real. They were like, "Hey guys,
that was her. Wasn't
that
our
was
style. We
her."
don't do that kind of stuff.
Exactly. We don't even want no problems. We are so sorry. Look, the 2 of the sisters told the white girl to get out, and she was begging. They gave her a couple of slaps and stuff. We ain't gonna beat someone mercifully because but she was crying. You was just throwing beer at us.
Yeah, that's how the game is, man. Yeah, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. That's what they say. That ain't no fun. Yeah, that's poor.
Now, I didn't, and what was a trip is that I started feeling sympathy for them, right? I even told, I said, man, go and let them go, man. And
That's
stuff,
us,
right?
man. That's us as a people. We that way as a people. Blacks as a people. But if it had been the other way around, your ass would have been hung from a tree. You hear me? If it been the other way around,
Oh, I'm
your ass
on.
would have been hung from a tree, bruh. You understand me? It wouldn't have been. They'd have did you like they did the little brother in the South when they was chasing him down and ran him down. And man, come on, man, it would have been the same shit.
Yeah.
But we as a people, we're forgiving people, man. That's our nature. That's our nature, cause we're godly people.
And people don't understand what you just said, Hank. Sometimes they think we're being radical. They don't understand. They never talk about, okay, I hear everybody, or like, like what January 6th and all that. And I just gets to me, if you don't want to hear, you say you sympathize with me, but you don't want to hear from that point because you shouldn't feel guilty if you never did nothing.
Right. Yeah.
Why would you feel guilty and don't want to talk about it if it doesn't reflect to you?
Right.
Now, I always tell people this. I see the Confederate flags and all that. It don't spook me. It doesn't bother me or nothing.
None of
You
that.
feel me?
Yeah.
It doesn't really bother me because you can find out, and they can find out the hard way, and I just lay the flag on top of them if that's how it has to go.
Yeah. When you finish with them.
I mean, you feel me?
Yeah.
You got freedom of speech. I go by the rights of America. Freedom of speech, freedom of expression. That's what you want to do. I see you, Rick, bro. Freedom of expression. Okay,
Yeah, I know.
now, they don't talk about the Civil War. Now, I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
I seen, like, now Redneck Pimp is a Redneck Pimp is a he's a Native American, half white. I got a lot of love for him.
Yeah.
He believes in what we do. We used to bump heads on some of these issues, but he had to see. He said himself, and
Yeah.
I love him. His wife, Michelle, she cooled him up, right? Now let me say
Yeah.
this. Let me say this to you, man. I don't not like though. We talk about prejudice.
Yes.
The Native Americans, the main ones that's running, said did not. They make it sound like, oh, we're all in this together. But you try to put it on to the white people and don't take responsibilities for what you did. Because Native American, the Indians at that time, Native Americans owned slaves. And they fought with the Confederates against the North. When the Civil War was won by Frederick Douglass, he was an abolitionist who went to Abraham Lincoln and said, hey, you losing this war. But if you're going to win, you need to bring in the blacks and give them freedom, and they'll win this war for you. Am I correct? Somebody stop me if I'm wrong.
You're right.
Something like that.
Now,
Yeah.
we win the war. The Native Americans are scared now because the government them put out what they call Buffalo Soldiers, which is black guys who's ready to go down there and whoop all them up because of how they did us. See, they don't tell you the true stories of the Alamo and all that because we was going to get land. So the Native Americans, to make up for us, gave us the state of Oklahoma. That's facts. That's why Black Wall Street ended, because it was given, a state was given to us. Now,
Yeah.
they don't bring up that. They don't bring none of that up. In the, like, oh, we all together. We ingenious people. Oh, now we together. But soon as George Floyd got murdered, bless his heart, the Native Americans went to the Washington Redskins because we don't make the money like the Native Americans because they got casinos. And if you part of their tribe, you at 18, you get a house. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You get a house, you know that, right? If you're a Native American, like the Pachanga Casino out there, Big Hank, and if you're Native Americans, they don't live in no teepees no more. They live in 3-bedroom houses. That's where all those houses, they all look the same. Once you become 18, you get a house and you get $21,000 a month for life, because the casinos are making $10 million, $10 million basically a week or a day. Now, I don't blame the whites or blacks. They blue fins are only if you are a part of the tribe and live on tribe land for some tribes, and that's true. But what we have encountered out there in California with the Pachungas, the all these Native Americans, not one time do they help anybody in the blacks neighborhoods. Blue, they don't. They do not. They do not help you. They do not. Thanks for the support, Trey Rice. Thanks, bro. They don't support, but I'm not knocking them. What I do knock is when it seems like when a black person dies, other minorities seem to jump over us to get the benefits of it. And to me, I think that's one of the most racial things to do. I'm just, you know, and it's not. It's some blacks who gets it. It's some blacks who done came up with calling me an African American. I don't know nothing about Africa. I'm considered an American. I'm not a black or an African American. That was a black person who trying to wear the shebi, or what's that thing called? The shiki, the dashiki. Trying to get in the roots. When your great grandfather's from Compton, but yet, ask them to name 5 countries in Africa. They have, some of them tell me, hey man, I thought it was one big country. What? It's a continent. So I'm about that, because we always saying, we just throw the word out, who's racist, who. It ain't just white folks is racist. Native Americans are racist. Asians are racist. Blacks racist in a way.
Racist in their own ethnicity. They are. Black people are racist with blacks. Whites are racist and whites. We're in it. It's not just against each other, but it's in the same ethnicity regardless.
But look at those Eastern Indian people. I don't feel sorry for them. Now people say why? Because they come in our neighborhoods, run the 7-Elevens, Phillips 66, and the hotels, and they got the worstest attitudes to you.
Yeah.
That's how George Floyd got killed, because he said, "Oh, it's a fake $20 bill." And you got to call the police. Now I got some stores that I go to. They put all that fake money up on the table, on the windows. They don't call the police on them. They just tell me, man, we're gonna check your money because you gave us a fake counterfeit.
Yeah.
But I'm supposed to be feeling sorry for these people running to a plane in their own country. If you was about and being right, I can't help but look at it like Attila the Hun, when he came up on that one town, and the town man was like, oh please, in the grace of God, forgive us. He said, man, how you know I'm not God's punishment? Because if you was doing right, I wouldn't be here.
Right.
Why would I feel sorry for these cats when we come over here? It's time to check out. It's 11 o'clock. No. Burning all this. Go to 7-Eleven. Oh, I'm gonna call the police. You got to do what you want me to feel sorry for you when you run around an airplane wheel because you scared of the people who from your culture. Big Hank, you and I didn't run out there to Afghanistan and tell them that's their own people.
Yeah.
The Taliban, ISIS, all of them if they in that, they all Afghanistans. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Why you running to the wheel and then trying to make our president feel guilty? Now, I say our president because he's the president of the United States. It's not like I'm a Joe Biden fan. I'm not a Donald Trump fan, but I got to go with the laws. So don't get me to side up with none of them because y'all not going to listen to what us blacks got to say in the first place. And when they find a black, they get a token like this guy who tried to run against Galvin Newsom.
Yeah, that nigga, what's his name?
I don't even know his name to this day. What you call him? Nigga, what's his name?
That's what his name. That's him. That's what we gonna call him. What's his name? He wasn't nothing but a token. He wasn't nothing but a token.
Galvin Newsom ain't do nothing. They really took it personal. They butthurt because Galvin Newsom's wife divorced. He divorced her, and within a month of their divorce, she was engaged to Donald Trump Jr.
So they got it annulled.
No, they got a divorce, and she went and got engaged like that. She jumped parties like a mother. They don't say nothing to her. She was married to Galvin Newsom. He divorced her because she ain't no good. She got engaged to Donald Trump Jr. Now so Galvin Newsom let him know, I'm the governor of California. You don't tell me nothing. So they tried to do a recall on Galvin Newsom. They can't tell me one thing he did wrong. Especially when he started talking about what happened. I'm gonna be real with you. When he started talking about reparation for black folks and paying them their money, they were like, "Oh, we got to get rid of this, mo."
Yeah.
Like they did Abraham Lincoln when he was about to sign the second part of the Emancipation Proclamation. Before they can give you the 40 acres and mule, they said we got to kill him tonight. He was going to the theater because in the morning he gonna sign that second part. They said we got to get John Wilkes Booth. That motherfucker owes a lot of money. Am I lying?
Nope. Nope, not at all.
Stop me if I'm wrong.
No, man, keep on spitting that real.
See, I do facts, everyone. I don't talk off the side of my neck. I'm educated. I have a degree. I'm from the streets as well as so is Big Hank, who holds records at USC. You got to go to USC to be able to hold records at USC.
That part. Yes, sir.
He had to be eligible and stuff. He did crimes after he didn't mess up his eligibility. What's the lady who cheated? So your kids can go to college. Big Hank got in there legitimately.
Yes, sir.
We didn't have to cheat and then try to say, "Oh, it's me." It's 6 months. Man, I want to cuss her out. There's a black lady doing 5 years for changing the date, the address, so her kid can have a better education. But you cheat, lady.
Yeah.
I won't watch none of her movies no more. Lori Loughlin, whatever her name, her and her punk ass husband.
Yeah.
Just like I won't, if R. Kelly did that stuff, okay, I'm not messing with him. I'm gonna listen to his music, but I'm not feeling like him because guess what? They didn't say nothing when Elvis Presley was 24 years old and married his 14-year-old cousin.
So what are they doing with the parents of the people that was involved with R. Kelly?
I don't know. It's all about money. What it was is, this all came out when he found out he was doing an audit to see how many people get money. And next thing you know, they like this one brother. He talking about he went through his tapes, and all of a sudden he happened to find a black VHS tape, and he's like, "Oh, I forgot I had this." You a lying motherfucker, man. Who goes through VHS tapes? You going through bootleg DVDs and stuff, but you just happen to have this because he was getting so much money off of R. Kelly. Man, those punk asses, man. I don't care if black, white, whatever. The truth going to be the truth.
True.
Heaven ain't just for black folks. It's going to be white folks, Asian folks. It ain't going to be the people you think we all going to go to heaven. No, you ain't. I'm hoping I get in. If I don't, I understand why.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna, Roy, what side are you on? Man, I'm black. What side you on? I'm on the American side. I'm a black man in America, but I'm like that. But guess what? Ignorant is what ignorant does.
Yeah.
Miss Uniqueness, you going to sleep?
I'm trying not to sneeze on this video.
Oh, go ahead. We'll excuse you.
Right.
But people think I'm not, because I got white brothers. I got white sisters in my family. Those we associate with. Big Hank, you do too. You got all types. I was over at Big Hank's house, y'all. It was one of the coolest white guys and stuff. Not saying no white guys are cool. Just like I love my man Goose. I love Blue Phoenix. I love my man Athens. Matter of fact, I was talking to Richie King the other day about some beef that they having with some other people, and I was like, well, man, I don't dislike people because somebody else may not like them, because it's so much what I give them. You feel me?
Right.
That make me prejudiced. Then I would be prejudiced if I don't like somebody because you say,
Because
bro,
you don't like them.
Yeah. Then that would make me
cool.
prejudiced because I'm prejudging them.
Right.
Hey, somebody just asked, is she seriously wearing a mask inside her home?
Try not to sneeze out
She
loud.
got to sneeze. She got to sneeze, and she don't want the little driplets to go into her screen, and then it'll be a whole bunch of white stuff.
Nigga said a whole bunch of white stuff.
Yeah, just dripping off her screen.
You retarded, man.
I got love for everybody because we all bleed red. I treat you by the way. If your aura is fucked up, I'm not going to mess with you. I don't care what race or color you are. But if we don't, like, I tell anybody, look, if you hear a word, just don't use it and think that's the way to do it. Look it up, the definition, because a lot of people are false prophets and they'll tell you anything because the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy.
Yeah.
It ain't the people, it's the devil. We don't want to recognize it. You want to lean into your hatred, then go into it. I love you. Don't mean I won't put hands on you. You come stepping me wrong. I don't discriminate if someone's messing with me or my kids or my family. I don't discriminate. Just like you, Big Hank. You gonna make a difference if it's a black dude breaking in your house or a white dude.
I'm gonna beat the brakes off of him. I'm gonna beat the brakes off of him if he's Chinese. I don't care, Oriental.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I like that y'all brought up the subject about the little black and little white babies running towards each other.
Yeah,
you know why that touches our heart? Because
it's
that's
learned.
innocent.
Yeah. That's how you know it's learned. You gotta learn it, man. It ain't in your heart when you born.
Right.
And look, I've been through a bad situation with a white guy, doesn't mean that I dislike all white guys.
No, that ain't what that means.
Because I have more problems with black guys in my neighborhood, so I shouldn't like no blacks. Matter of fact, I'm getting off this show. There's just too many blacks on it.
Right.
I don't have no problem with my people. I don't have no problem with my people.
You feel me?
Yeah,
Who's your people, Big Hank? Who's your people?
Everybody my people, man.
On your football team, when y'all won, did you say, oh, no, I only kick it with the black players. I don't kick it with you white players?
No.
Y'all was USC.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It wasn't nobody else. It wasn't none. It was a team.
Yes, sir.
Redneck shared with me that in the military, if somebody comes with those type of ideologies, they make them share a bed bunkers and with each other, with the other races and stuff. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't like when people just using words randomly and then they hear somebody else say, oh, don't trust them blacks. Don't trust them whites. Don't trust them Asians. No. It sure got me They sure ain't said nothing about that. They passed an Asian crime bill, here recently because a couple of a guy walked into a massage parlor and shot them up, shot about 4 people, and then somebody was going down New York hitting people in the face, and they tried to say,
Mm-hmm.
hey, so they hurry up and passed a crime bill for that. But they sure didn't
Yeah.
say nothing about the Asian guy who walked into the Kroger's in Memphis and shot 18 people, killing an elderly Asian lady. That was
Mm.
Mm.
just last week.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Guns don't kill people. People kill people.
Them
That's what I
facts.
said.
Them
People
facts.
with guns kill people.
Right.
People with a machete kills people too. You just ask
Mm-hmm.
Jason.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Miss Jeanette Moore look like she's on the road back there.
Is that Miss Moore? She's in the back.
Yeah, she's in the back. Want me to
Oh,
bring her up?
bring her on in. Yeah, I told you bringing the guest in.
Hey, Mrs. Moore.
Hey, Miss Moore.
Hey, good people, how y'all be today?
I'm
What's
doing
up, Miss
fine. Yourself?
Moore?
It's raining on my head.
It
It's
is.
raining, and it's raining in my car. So I'm gonna do me a GoFundMe and get my sunroof fixed in that order. So it stopped raining on my head, but that's all right. When you got seed in the ground, you don't mind a little rain. How's everybody today?
Exactly.
Hilarious.
Good,
Doing
Mother
great,
Moore.
Miss
How you
Moore.
doing?
All is well. All is well. So who y'all talking about today? Yeah,
Racism and prejudice.
what's the
Anybody?
Racism.
conversation for today?
Racism.
Have you been
Racism?
a victim of racism or prejudice?
Well, I
Uh,
like the racism part. I like it for the fact because you think you're better than me, but when I
mm-hmm.
shine above you, then you have to look at me different. So I don't like it because it's not right either side. But I like the fact that when I'm down, you talk bad. Guess what? But the word says the last will be first. Prime example. Look at the White House in that order. I don't know if I can say that or not, but it's out now. You know. But my thing is,
What's wrong with you? Say it.
my
Say
thing,
it, Miss
my
Moore.
thing is, my thing is, I don't want to say the wrong thing, but anyway, my thing is, nobody is better than anybody else. Just cause you got $5 and I got 50 cents, I bet you I can
Yeah.
run you with my 50 cents versus your $5. So just cause you live in a mansion and I stay in a cardboard box, come over here. I bet you eat at my house or eat at yours. Cause we got pinto beans and cornbread over here while you got filet mignon. And I know you tired of that. So we get tired and we get frustrated. But you know what? Those of us that's been mistreated, abused, because
Oh, she's sticking.
Mm-hmm.
Pull it down.
You had to take her down, yeah, until.
Hey,
Hey,
Mike, you in the back, you got something to say?
hey, I'm gonna have to leave up out, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all too. See Big Hank. I got some business with King Mo. We already got that set up for November the 20th. I gotta
Okay.
get your arrangement set up. I'm gonna have to leave out, good people. Miss Uniqueness is gonna run it. And
Okay.
so, Big Hank, much love. Miss Uniqueness, much love. I saw your work, man. I got a crew already doing that.
Yeah, man.
That's why I got the grind. So I got to take care of these troopers. And so, man,
Right.
I got so much love for y'all, man. Keep. If I fall, carry that flag, please.
Got you,
Got
baby.
You know,
Got you.
I got y'all too. So
All right,
I
for
gotta
sure.
get out, man. God bless y'all.
All right,
Y'all got the rest.
All right.
all
Be
right, man.
safe.
Yep. Peace.
Peace out, bro.
All right.
Uh-oh.
What's up, sis?
He brought himself back on. Miss Mo, you back in here? Are you still froze? Let me see who else that was King Mo. King Mo, unmute your phone, huh?
What's going on?
What's good? What you got to say about the subject?
I mean, hey, you know, it is what it is. I mean, people gonna be people, but you know, I'm not gonna change who I am to satisfy nobody else because they don't like me. You know, I get along with all you crazy folks that bleed blood the color red
Oh, she
because
back right.
the Most High wasn't racist. So why should we be? And
Right.
he died for everybody. So that would be my take on that.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Miss
Big
Moore, you
Hank, what's the word?
What's up with you, Mo? What's happening, baby? You good?
Oh yeah, man, trying to hold tight and travel light. That's about it.
That's all we can do, man. Keep on pushing.
Miss Moore, she got that Family Dollar phone, man. That's why her phone keep going out. And I told her to switch up to AT&T. She don't want to listen.
Okay.
Miss Moore, you muted. I know you got something to say behind that.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. Don't ask.
Whether I got whether I got Family Dollar phone, I don't want AT&T phone unless it's already paid in full. Hello world, hashtag
Hey.
yo mama in that order,
Don't,
just like
don't,
that.
don't be talking about my mom. Don't talk about my mom. I don't play them guys. Don't talk about my mom.
I am your mama. Don't get this game
Yeah.
twisted, youngster. You better recognize I'm
I
on my lunch
told you,
break too,
you don't well enough,
trying to
lady.
get to it.
You don't well enough. Stand down.
Bring it to the
He said you
yard.
don't.
Bring it
He
to
said
the
you don't
yard.
wear enough.
Bring
He
it
You
said
don't
you
on.
too
well
light.
enough.
I
He said
told
you
him.
too light,
I
man.
told him to bring it. Tell him to bring it to the yard. That's all he got to do. I got something waiting on
I
him.
ain't scared. I ain't scared.
I'm gonna show him what I'm working with. You better remember who put them diapers on you. You better remember who put them diapers on you.
But you know, I
I
ain't
Amen.
like to wear a
spanked
diaper
that
no way.
booty.
I stay sleeping naked because I want like no diaper on. So come on with it.
Y'all so
I,
sick.
I want I want you naked. So when I hit you on that big booty back there, you can feel it. In that order,
Okay, so
just like
y'all,
that.
based on the topic was the subject about being prejudiced or personally experiencing prejudice and racism. What can you do to be a part of the change? As far as if you are you going to continue to focus on the hurt that happens behind the racism and the prejudice, or are you going to take that as a lesson and learn from it so that you
Basically, just lead them to Jesus. Lead them to Jesus, but then we get a better understanding.
Lesson learned. I mean, we learn from the lesson. We learn and we grow. You know, we can't continue to say, well, them people, them other folks. I ain't calling none of them folks' name, but yet still, instead of looking at it that way, look at it from a positive point. You know, okay, yeah, they may have said something I didn't like, or they may have done something that I didn't like, but I've learned as I go and as I continue to grow, I've learned to just accept people for who they are. For whatever it is they want to do or how they want to do, it's okay. Because I know in the end, Jesus win and I win. So for whatever it is that you're going to do to me or whatever it is you're going to say to me, I've learned to not go to the other side of the street because I was a cusser and I would cuss them out and be ready to fight. But now I just fight with the word. You just say, bless them, you know, really. And she just did that, bless them. It's okay. You know, I
You know,
mean,
bless them
we
ain't the
come a
word
long
you
way,
want to
y'all.
use, but okay.
What you I have to use the right word. I can't use some other words anymore. My mouth has been brought.
Good, Mo.
I
That's
can't go
good.
there with you. I
That's
can't go
good.
there with you. So
I'm just
so when I
saying,
know I
good.
can't go there, I know, but I talk. So I after that asked the Lord brought him. I told him, give me the words to use. But you know, when you come back a different way with them, they look at you different. You can,
Yeah.
in order to get respect, you got to give respect. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
respect you And if I can receive it back from you, then we can go somewhere. But now if you don't give it to me, I'm gonna still give it to you, because see, I know vengeance is mine, said the Lord. See, this battle, I ain't got to fight it. So, with them that don't know the Lord, they know beep, 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 do, 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 do. No, you have to pray for them too. But in the midst of being racism and being hurt with the racism, we look at where we come. Y'all see how far we done came? We've come a long way. We really have. But in the midst of us, we still got a ways to go, because some are
Yes.
still there. But those that are still there, and those are what they doing, now remember, whatever you sow out, I don't care what race you are, you're
You
going to give
gonna
an
read.
account for it.
Yeah.
The same way it was when the rich man, they led him out. I can't tell you exactly where it is, but I'm paraphrasing in the Bible. This guy, he was rich as all outdoors, and he wouldn't even allow the man to eat the crumbs off the table. He'll wreck them on the floor and let the dog eat them.
Yeah.
And he ended up, when he was going on his journey where he thought he was going, because he had all this money. See, what does it mean for the man to have
Gain
the
the
world
world, lose the
and
soul.
lose his soul? Exactly. That's it. Thank you. Help me out. But yet still on his way going, and he realized where he was going, but he saw that same person that he had dogged out. There's just two
Yeah.
different sides. I'm just
Yeah.
paraphrasing now, but I know what I'm talking about. It's in there. I got to find it. But yet
Yeah.
still, in the midst of where they was going, it got hot to him on the other side. He said, "Hey, there go. I don't know his name, but anyway, there you go. Tell him to come in. I just need him to let me get a little water." He don't need no water, and you ain't finna get none. So be
Yeah.
careful how you do people. So I know it hurts us, and I know we want to retaliate. But the best thing we can fight them with, y'all, is the word. And then we have to pray for them, because a lot of people don't know. They don't realize. They just knew the way they grew up. Well, my daddy did it, and my granddaddy did it, but they were
Yeah.
wrong too. So,
Yeah.
instead of fighting them back, we just pray back. We're going to push and pray for them. That's what we have to do. So, in the mid, and I love this topic that you got, Miss Uniqueness, being hurt, you know, hurt is something that's within. And words hurt you worse than a person slapping you in your face.
It does.
Them words cut you up and they cut you down the side. You're like, wow, is that what he said to me? And yeah, they,
Yeah.
they said that. But instead of going through that, just hang in there. It's gonna get better. It may get a little rocky. And then when that mountain right there, you ain't got to move it. Lord, give me the strength to climb that one too. So that's what we have to do with this racism. We just have to keep climbing. We just have to keep going. And after a while, they're gonna say them folk crazy. We might well leave them alone. We ain't going nowhere. Like the girl said in the movie, I may be chocolate, but dear God, I'm here. And I'm
Color
still your
purple.
sister and your brother.
Color
So, cause
purple.
if you cut my arm and cut your arm, guess what? We still bleed what? Red
Red.
blood.
Red.
The
All praise.
blood of Jesus. So it is what it is. So that's what that is. That's my intake. Now I got to go ahead and go ahead and give me some gas, because I ain't got no gas and I'm about to be off my lunch break. But I just love y'all. I'm going back in the background and I'm just gonna be listening. Okie dokie.
Thank
Okay, Mama, love you.
thank you, Miss Moore. Love you, Miss Moore.
So y'all look, when I was little, I encountered a little situation where they tell you about the sheet of paper, right? A sheet of paper can be straight when you start it out. And then you fold it in so many places they have creases, right?
Yeah.
So when you unfold it, no matter what, I don't care if you iron it, I don't care if you hang it out to dry, if it's wet, it's still gonna have those creases in this paper if y'all can still see this paper.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I'm showing this is because most people that are racist and they always say if you do a public apology and I'm sorry, that is gonna erase the words, the hurt. The hurt is still gonna be there just like the creases in this paper. Because now you done scarred and you done mark these folks. Saying you
Yeah.
sorry don't solve it. You didn't say it now. So that's installed in them. and it's gonna be hard to you gonna forgive, but you're not gonna forget. So saying sorry don't fix what you just said about in a racism type situation. It does not erase the fact that you said it.
Right.
It's signed and sealed. So that was like
Exactly.
something that it took. You can be careful. Words may never hurt. I don't know who made that up, but words do hurt. Words
So do.
hurt worse than a lick. Because now I'm in my feelings. You can say you a joke, your friends, your so-called friends will talk about you, and they be prejudiced too. In friendships, is prejudice going on and racism going on. In relationships, it's the same thing. In the church house, it's the same thing. It's everywhere you go. So it's just not black and white or the minority, it's everywhere. So I just wanted to share that part. You can't erase it because
No.
now you done scarred somebody. They're
And like
scarred.
you and like you said, them scars don't go nowhere. It's just like when you got molested or when you got raped or whatever it is. Them scars don't go nowhere. Just over time, you learn how to deal with it. And
Heal, you
but the
burn.
scars don't go nowhere.
And like even if you get cut, you still have a mark on your arm at the end of the day. The marks are there. And you can have to get
To
stitches.
remind
The
you.
stitch marks are still there. And you
To
gonna
re,
get reminded when you just skid and you was running and playing and even
yeah.
the ones that was out playing high go get it, you done hit that tree and scarred your legs and stuff. That stuff still gotta be there.
Yeah.
No, you can't erase it. You can just pray that you heal from it and you learn from it to grow.
That part.
So yeah, I mean, racism is taught. It's not you're not born doing it. And for the ones that are in this world and they're being like that, you judging a book by its cover.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
mean, if you feel like you more than me, so be it. What goes up must come down. The same way you
All
get
the
up
time.
there, you got to fall down. There's always a bottom for you. And most times, I like to be at the bottom because at the bottom, that's where you can pray. Now you got
Yeah.
God got your attention and He can use you. So being at the bottom, that means it's not a bad thing. Being the
That's
black
right.
sheep of a family is not a bad thing. You know,
No.
I
No.
learned
This
that
is
I'm happy to be in that place because I'm different.
it's just yeah. That's right. And that's what it is. It ain't different. It's just your thing. You dig what I'm saying? It's your thing. You
Right.
gotta go right. That part. And so it don't make you different. Don't make you better. Don't make them better. Just make it yours. You know what I'm saying? Your thing ain't my thing. I don't have a problem with what you got a problem with. You know what I'm saying? So I see
Racist
you.
people are fighting their own demons and stuff. It's because it's not nothing that you've done. It's because it's so much inside of them and they have to take it out on somebody else. Misery loves company.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
It
ma'am.
loves company. So it really doesn't matter who the racist person is. Maybe because they don't know. Maybe they need a kind word. Maybe they're in a situation that they don't know how to get themselves out of. Stop
Yeah.
being so judgmental on why these people are racist and check into it and see how can you change them from being like that. What
There you
can you
go.
do to help them grow or get out of that mentality? You know,
There you
one thing
go.
you say may change life. Hey, I'm black. It's a white girl that don't like me. Maybe I go in and reevaluate the situation, find out where's
Hmm.
the root of the problem, and then you help that
Yeah.
one person, and they be like, "Oh, this person changed my life." Just like that KKK situation where that man, the black guy, went into the KKK world not knowing what he was getting himself into, and then those two people became the best of friends. I'm not sure of his name, but I just read about that a while ago on something I was
I
reading.
mean, I
But
remember
they
that
became the
story. I
best.
remember. I remember that book. I can't remember the name of the story, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
So yeah, so he's just not. It's what you can do to change the situation. We could be
I'll
the
be
first to
ready tomorrow
so yeah, you just gotta see how you can figure out and work out the problem. You can be the first one. You know, don't underestimate what you can do. So yeah, and it's what our time almost up. I just want to say I appreciate you guys on today, and it was an amazing topic. Um, I appreciate the ones that tuned in. the ones that the person in True Homestead that said X was I wearing a mask inside of the home. The way stuff set up now, I might need to wear a mask in the house on the daily, But I was trying not to be sneezing on live. That's why I had it on.
Hey,
So
well, you did a great job again, Christina. I just want to say, man, keep doing what you're doing. You're getting your blessings now. You dig what I'm saying, and keep on getting them. I got your back 100. Whatever you need me to do, let me know, and I got you.
thank you, and I want to thank Miss Phoenix for being in the background in case some technical difficulties popped up.
Yep,
I
yep.
appreciate much love and thank you, Miss Jeanette Moore, King Mo for being there and doing everything to keep me on my toes. I appreciate you.
Of
Um,
course.
Big Hank,
Next week.
you my guy, you my guy. You
I
held me
know.
down because
I know.
I
I
wanted to check
know.
out.
I
So
know. I got you, shit.
until next time, this is your host with the most conversations. That is, this is not a confrontation. This is a conversation, and
That's
I will
for
see you guys on Tuesday. Y'all have
the
a
host.
blessed
The
day.
host with the most. I like that. The host with the most.
Yes.
I like that. All right, baby.
I love y'all. Y'all be
Love,
easy.
love you too. Next week.
All right. Again, you guys. Until next time, it's a blessing. You guys stay safe, stay well, and stay 6 feet apart. Until next time, goodbye.